The Fortress at Sea, how U.S. aircraft carriers defend themselves. What's up, everyone? Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating topics in modern naval warfare. How American aircraft carriers protect themselves from attack. These floating cities are among the most powerful military assets on the planet, but they're also high-value targets. So how do they stay safe in hostile waters? Before we set sail, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our military tech content. And if you enjoy this video, smash that like button and share it with anyone who loves naval technology. Let's get into it. The Mobile Fortress. U.S. Navy aircraft carriers represent the pinnacle of American naval engineering. These aren't just ships. They're mobile air bases capable of projecting power anywhere in the world's oceans. Each carrier houses thousands of highly trained personnel, all ready to execute missions at a moment's notice. From launching airstrikes to maintaining sea control, these vessels serve as the centerpiece of American maritime strategy. But here's the thing. Being so valuable makes them prime targets. That's why they're equipped with some of the most sophisticated defensive systems ever created. The Navy takes survivability seriously. Every year, they conduct what's called a SINKEX, a sinking exercise, where decommissioned vessels are used as targets to test weapons' effectiveness. These exercises help engineers understand vulnerabilities and develop better protection systems. During a 2014 SINKEX drill, observers witnessed massive plumes of steam and showers of sparks as various weapon systems were tested against a target vessel. These realistic scenarios prepare crews for the worst-case situations they might face. Threats on the open ocean. So what exactly threatens an aircraft carrier at sea? The list is extensive and evolving. Ballistic missiles can rain down from high-altitude trajectories. Cruise missiles skim just above the water's surface, making them incredibly difficult to detect and intercept. Below the waterline, naval mines can be tethered at various depths, waiting for a ship to pass overhead. And perhaps most dangerous of all, torpedoes can be launched from submarines lurking unseen beneath the waves. Each of these threats requires different defensive measures and countermeasures. That's why modern carriers employ a layered defense strategy, combining multiple systems to create overlapping zones of protection. Naval forces train constantly to respond to these diverse threats, developing tactics and procedures to counter each type of attack effectively. The phalanx. CIWS. Last line of defense. When all other defenses fail, carriers rely on the Phalanx Close-In Weapon System, or CIWS. This is the final barrier between an incoming threat and the ship itself. The phalanx is essentially a radar-guided Gatling gun that can autonomously track and destroy incoming missiles, aircraft, and even small boats. The system fires at an incredible rate, up to 4,500 rounds per minute. That's 75 bullets every single second. On vessels like the USS Abraham Lincoln, sailors regularly conduct live fire drills with the phalanx system. During these exercises, the air fills with the distinctive buzzing sound of the weapons system as it sends streams of 20mm tungsten rounds downrange. The weapon uses specialized ammunition designed to create a protective curtain of metal in the path of incoming threats. When a missile or aircraft flies into this wall of projectiles, destruction is almost certain. Aboard Nimitz-class carriers, deck crews spend hours conducting calibration fires and practice drills. Sailors stand at their stations, manning 50-caliber machine guns along the carrier's edge, scanning the horizon through scopes and firing at surface targets. After each drill, empty shell casings litter the deck around the gunner's boots, physical evidence of the constant state of readiness these crews maintain. Rolling airframe missiles. For threats that are farther away, carriers employ the RIM-116 Rolling Airframe Missile System, commonly called RAM. In 2021, the nuclear-powered USS Carl Vinson conducted a spectacular live-fire demonstration of its RAM system while operating in international waters. The exercise showcased the missile's ability to engage cruise missiles and other airborne threats. The RAM is a fire-and-forget weapon, meaning once it's launched, it autonomously guides itself to the target using infrared and radar homing. This allows sailors to engage multiple threats simultaneously without having to guide each missile individually. Back in 2018, the USS Ronald Reagan performed its own RAM live fire exercise while floating in the Philippine Sea. These drills occur roughly every 2 years as part of the Valiant Shield training series, one of the 7 most critical exercises for maintaining naval readiness. But here's an interesting requirement. Before an aircraft carrier can be certified for full flight operations, it must successfully complete these defensive exercises. The ship literally has to prove it can defend itself while simultaneously launching and recovering aircraft. It's a complex ballet of offensive and defensive operations happening simultaneously on the same flight deck. AIR surveillance and early warning. Detection is half the battle. If you can't see a threat coming, you can't defend against it. That's where airborne early warning systems come into play. In 2020, the USS Nimitz demonstrated its comprehensive air surveillance capabilities while operating in the Arabian Sea. As part of the U.S. Fifth Fleet's area of operations, the Nimitz serves as a critical link connecting the Pacific Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. The carrier's mission includes securing 3 vital maritime choke points to ensure the free flow of international commerce. But to accomplish this, they need to see everything happening in the airspace around them. Enter the E-2D Advanced Hawkeye, a specialized surveillance aircraft that serves as the carrier's airborne radar station. This remarkable plane gives commanders a comprehensive view of the battlefield from above, detecting threats far beyond the horizon. During 2013 operations, the Nimitz launched multiple Hawkeyes from its flight deck in coordinated waves. Each aircraft climbed into position, establishing an overlapping surveillance network that covered thousands of square miles of ocean and airspace. The Hawkeye's crew works in coordination with the carrier's Combat Information Center, tracking potential threats and directing fighter aircraft to intercept anything suspicious. It's like having a watchtower that flies at 25,000 feet and can see for hundreds of miles in every direction. Meanwhile, on the deck below, crews use specialized hand signals to guide helicopters as they land after lengthy patrol missions. The choreography is precise. It has to be when you're working with multi-million-dollar aircraft in confined spaces. Recovery operations continue around the clock. Whether it's an EA-18G Growler electronic warfare aircraft or a CMV-22B Osprey logistics aircraft, each landing requires perfect coordination between the pilot and the deck crew. International cooperation and exercises. No carrier operates alone. They're always accompanied by a strike group, a collection of supporting vessels that provide additional layers of defense. During the Malabar 2021 exercise conducted in the Bay of Bengal, multiple nations participated in complex naval drills designed to enhance cooperation and interoperability. These exercises tackle real-world security challenges and strengthen relationships between allied naval forces. In 2017, an impressive display of international cooperation occurred in the Sea of Japan. The USS Carl Vinson and its air wing joined forces with the USS Lake Champlain, USS Wayne E. Meyer, and USS Michael Murphy. They linked up with the Ronald Reagan Strike Group, which included the carrier itself, plus the USS Shiloh, USS Barry, USS McCampbell, USS Fitzgerald, and USS Mustin. Even Japanese maritime self-defense force ships, the Hyuga and JS Ashigara, participated in the training. This wasn't just a show of force. These exercises refine tactics, test communication systems, and ensure that allied navies can work together seamlessly during real operations. In the Arabian Gulf during 2017, the guided missile cruiser USS Bunker Hill operated alongside the USS Theodore Roosevelt. Their mission was to maintain freedom of navigation and ensure the uninterrupted flow of commercial shipping through one of the world's most strategically important waterways. If you're finding this information valuable, please take a second to like this video and share it with friends who are interested in military technology. It really helps the channel grow. Submarine threats and torpedo defense. Perhaps the most dangerous threat to any surface ship is the one you can't see: submarines. Modern submarines can lurk beneath the waves, virtually undetectable, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. That's why anti-submarine warfare is such a critical component of carrier defense. During a 2022 torpedo exercise called Torpex, the Royal Canadian Navy frigate HMCS Winnipeg demonstrated anti-submarine tactics during the RIMPAC event, the Rim of the Pacific exercise. RIMPAC is the world's largest international maritime exercise. The 2022 iteration included over 25,000 personnel, 170 aircraft, 3 submarines, nearly 40 surface ships, and participants from more than 25 countries. Running from late June through early August, RIMPAC spans the waters from Southern California to the Hawaiian Islands. Since its inception in 1971, RIMPAC has served as the premier venue for building naval partnerships and testing new tactics. The 2022 exercise marked the 28th official RIMPAC event, and it continues to evolve with new scenarios and participating nations each time. These exercises are crucial because they're the only opportunity for so many different navies to practice working together in realistic combat scenarios. Defending against pirates. Not every threat comes from sophisticated military hardware. Sometimes the danger is much more low-tech, but equally serious: piracy. Unlike Hollywood portrayals, modern piracy is a violent criminal enterprise that threatens commercial shipping and even military vessels in certain regions. To counter this threat without resorting to lethal force, many vessels employ water cannon systems. These high-pressure systems can spray approximately 1,350 gallons of water per minute at pressures reaching 175 pounds per square inch. When pirates and small boats attempt to approach, fire hoses and water cannons create a powerful barrier. The force of the water makes it nearly impossible for small craft to get close enough to board. The spray also destabilizes the attacking boat and distracts the would-be boarders. But the Navy has developed even more creative solutions. The anti-piracy P-trap system uses a network of lines extended from both sides of a vessel using spreader bars. These lines create a physical barrier around the ship. The system includes 20 P-trap lines that can defend against simultaneous attacks from multiple pirate boats. When small attack craft get tangled in these lines, their propellers snag, stalling the engines and leaving them dead in the water. The beauty of the P-trap is its simplicity. At the heart of the system is a swivel boom mechanism that allows for quick deployment and easy stowage. The innovation earned recognition with a Safety at Sea Award for its effectiveness and ease of use. Layered defense philosophy. What makes us aircraft carriers so survivable isn't any single system. It's the integration of multiple defensive layers working in concert. The outermost layer consists of fighter aircraft and surveillance planes that can detect and engage threats hundreds of miles away from the carrier itself. The middle layer includes the escort ships of the strike group, cruisers, destroyers, and frigates equipped with long-range missiles and advanced radar systems. The inner layer is the carrier's own defensive systems. The RAM missiles for medium-range threats, and the Phalanx CIWS for last-ditch defense. Below the surface, submarines and anti-submarine helicopters hunt for underwater threats, while the carrier itself employs acoustic countermeasures and evasive maneuvering. This comprehensive approach means that any attacking force faces multiple challenges at every step. They must penetrate the outer screen, evade the escort vessels, survive the carrier's own weapons, and still successfully strike a massive ship that's actively taking defensive measures. It's a nearly impossible task, which is exactly the point. From the Arabian Sea to the Bay of Bengal, from the Mediterranean to the Pacific, U.S. aircraft carriers project American power and protect global commerce. Their defensive systems represent the cutting edge of naval technology, operated by some of the most highly trained sailors in the world. These floating fortresses can defend themselves against almost any threat imaginable, from ballistic missiles to submarines to small boat attacks. It's a testament to American engineering and the dedication of the men and women who serve aboard these incredible vessels. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into carrier defense systems, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and share this video. Drop a comment below telling us what naval topic you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, fair winds and following seas!